And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
Coach, it's such a difficult transition to the NBA. Scoot Henderson joins from the G League Ignite. What do you see in his game?
Well, look, I see a really talented guy who plays the game hard. What you've got to get improvement in are the two areas that most people have to improve in: shooting and decision-making.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Impeccable defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. For a guard, he blocks a fair amount of shots.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now here's Avdia. No points so far. Sharp, no good. 1:14 left to play in the first. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Here's Henderson. Pass to Avdia. Here's Sharp. 6 to shoot. Down low. Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Yeah, sticking it to them inside. Good luck throwing Ayton off when he attacks like this.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Blazers trail by 10. Sharp. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
Oklahoma City shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Good on the second one. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Portland with a rebound. And there's the call on Aaron Wiggins. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here is Williams. Yep, that one goes.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Pass to Williams. Now Caruso. Sends it home from three-point land.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And so it's Oklahoma City going into the break up 12. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Thunder.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. so important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
Here's Henderson. No points yet. And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. Give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose in 5 games. Like, you know, even then going through it, that it's going to be hard to get another chance at it. So I would just sum it up and say excruciating. Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Right?
It's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes.
You're cashing in on a second chance opportunity. Grant with some found points. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And it comes off the front of the rim. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Here's Kamari. He's got 5. Again, the miss by Portland.
We've seen him make that shot, but not all that often.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter, someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Pass to Klingon. Hartenstein pulls it in. Oklahoma City leading by 11. And here's Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Over Henderson. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. Now Portland with it. Here's Kamari. Portland again missing. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. From the high post. He got a piece of it.
Wow, great size and better positioning made that block possible from Klingon.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Strong take from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Big group substitution here for Portland. 1:58 left to play in the second quarter. Over to the wing. Right side Sharp. To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. Hayden with it. Guarded now by Williams. Again, the miss by Portland. Oklahoma City leading by 13. No good from outside. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hayden, no good. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Now Portland with it. Left side Sharp. Simons outside. Here's Avdia. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Thunder leading by 13. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Count it.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Pass to Hartenstein. Avdia with a steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Portland shooting their second and third shots at the line here. First free throw is good.
Shooting for Portland.
And so Simons nails both of them.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And Klingon pulls it down. Blazers trail by 11. Sharp has the open look. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit.
And it looks like Sharp is fairly comfortable in the mid-range. Having dynamic shot-making ability would be a big plus for him.
Pass to Simons. Comes up empty down low. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It goes on Denny Avdia. And the free throw numbers, 6 of 8 so far. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Well, Stanley was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. They get the rebound. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Second shot opportunity. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a...
Wow!
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
To the inside. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. SGA just powering through contact.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Blazers trail by 11. Here's Sharp. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Here we go, one-on-one. Portland with a rebound.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
And things are definitely...
Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose to dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
Well, he's getting all he can offensively and making the most of it.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. To the paint. Ayton with the stuff.
And this is how dynamic Ayton can be on the offensive end. Keep getting him the ball, please.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Blazers trail by 7. Pass to Kamari. Shakes him. And the layup is up and in. Kamari's got 9 points.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Here's Kamari. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Yeah, nice dish there by Grant. Playing unselfishly and putting the team ahead of himself.
Here's Hartenstein. Ooh, Ayton with the block. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Portland making a switch here.
Number 35.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Williams misses. And here's Portland. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Henderson. Back to Aiden. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander tucks it last.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Here's Henderson. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in.
Yeah, even though he's 6'2", Henderson is best attacking on the interior.
Williams from long range. Offensive rebound. Wallace. Dort for three. Drills it from deep. Dort's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Here's Williams. Williams grabs the board. And here's Caruso outside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Just great explosiveness from Grant. Open lane, and he exploits it.
Williams from long range. Pure from three-point range. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter. Grant right side. Williams grabs the board. Inside. And Williams punches it home.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And so it's Oklahoma City earning this break in the action, up 10. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Fires it from 18. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Williams with it. Watch by Wallace. Here's Thibault. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. And here's Caruso outside. Thibault with the board. And so Grant will bring it up for the Trailblazers. And Williams punches it home.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
And another miss by Oklahoma City. Blazers trail by 8. Fires at the elbow. Henderson misses.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by the Trailblazers. To the middle. Williams. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. So both teams changing it up here. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Reith. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Kamari, that's good.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Blazers trail by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Over Simons. And it's Reith with the rebound. When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A. Playing loose can help you and hurt you. You really need to tighten it up. His hang time on the rim with a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And that one's good. Sharp.
And these are exactly the moments where you find out if a player is tough enough for the NBA. And Sharp showing no fear in a clutch situation.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And rejected. It's Ayton with the drive. And fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, you see the comfortability of Ayton these days, putting the ball on the floor and making a play.
Ayton hits them both. Here's Oklahoma City now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shea in the league.
Ayton, no good.
Using his size to full advantage. He beats everyone to the ball.
And it's rejected. Here's Avdia.
Wow!
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Offensive rebound. Outside for Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Back to Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Yeah, the guard instincts of Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, fantastic work dishing the rock to uncover teammates.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
And by missing that free throw, now a 3 could even the score. Not ideal. I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
A big triple, Gilgeous-Alexander.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
Klingen's shot is off, and they go to the intentional foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Blazers substitution.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. 6-point game. And so they foul intentionally.
Blazers foul. His fifth personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And what you immediately notice about Chet Holmgren is his uniqueness. He's got size, but also tremendous agility. He can hit outside shots or battle down low.
He gets it in there.
Yeah, fearless play by Sharp in clutch time. He wants us to know he's ready to shine in these challenging moments.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And he's unable to get the second one. Man, they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this. Yeah, just pulling up on a dime there. I love Sharp's take charge attitude.
And now we've got an intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he's able to hit the second one, and that puts him up 5. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
So he gets them both. And it's a 5-point game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
Timeout called, Portland. They're losing by 5. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Fifteen seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer Sharp. Hartenstein pulls it in. And an intentional foul right there. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Here's Randall. Pass to DiVincenzo. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. Okoro outside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
And Clark, for these two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too. So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
And that's good as he hits both shots. And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch it, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching.
Here's Randall. Lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
Pass to Mobley. Here's Okoro. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Garland scanning the floor. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
From a couple of zip codes over Dante DiVincenzo. You know he's been working on that shot from that range.
And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
We talked about how his team is prepared to defend against Darius Garland, and Coach said we need to communicate and stay on our toes defensively, whether it's scoring or passing the ball. Garland is a creative player who knows how to manipulate opposing defenses. We should be able to hear his defense talking tonight, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Can they get it? Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Here's DiVincenzo.
A defensive stalwart, McDaniels, causing a turnover there. Jaden affects the game on this end of the floor quite nicely.
Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited, and for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up. And it's Garland with the ball for the Cavaliers. They trail by 11. Drops in the layup for 2.
Slithery inside. Garland has that short area quickness.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. And Edwards slams it in.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now. Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
Mobley with the block. And they're able to recover. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Fast break, Cleveland. Mitchell misses. Minnesota leading by 14.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him. They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Here's Garland going inside, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And Garland is tough as nails, able to convert despite the clear contact.
Here's McDaniels. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor. Love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value utility guy. Boy, I tell you what a well-designed play, executed beautifully, too.
Sinks that one from the post. McDaniels got 7.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
That one's good for 2.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Driving in. Hunter with the rebound.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
It'll count. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Well, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Reed with a block. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. making a change here. Here's Garland. Down low. Here's Tyson. It's blocked by Gobert.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA, and that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
And you know, guys, all it takes is inside positioning. As soon as you give Allen that, it's pretty much a wrap.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you.
And we've come to expect this kind of vision out of Garland.
Inside, Gobert. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range. No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
That one's no good. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now. Not the tallest center in the league, he more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Gobert inside. Not going to go that time. Cavaliers trail by 17. Here's Mobley. And the basket is good.
Yeah, showing off the floor awareness right there. I love whenever Mitchell looks to share the wealth.
Randall on the screen. Pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Over Mitchell. And the basket by Edwards. Edwards has got 11 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. 17-point game. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Randall on the screen. Outside Reed. Let's go with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mitchell with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. Yes, it's good. Mobley's gotten his second bucket of the game.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at, finding ways to get his guys good shots.
Edwards for 3. Mobley grabs the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Garland. To the paint. Back to Allen. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Change here. Minnesota leading by 13. Pass to Reed. Randall, left side. A slam dunk by Reed.
Unselfish, good vision. Nice dime by Julius.
DiVincenzo with a steal. Puts up a three. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. And stolen by Edwards. From deep. And DiVincenzo hits from deep. DiVincenzo's got 10 points.
And the three-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from there.
Back to Allen. Nice D from Reed. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
You know, this guy never stops working. He's always going hard, and Randall's aggressiveness is what allows him to be such a good offensive rebounder.
Back to Allen. To halt the run. And he sinks the layup.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Reed for three. Knocks down the long J. He's got 7. Cavaliers trail by 21. Pass to Okoro. Here's Mitchell. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo on the wing. The jumper from the wing off target. And so it's Minnesota. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
25.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Now Garland. Pass to Okoro. Fires from deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 21. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Here's McDaniels. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. McDaniels got 9.
Gobert can look over the top of just about any defense right there. Delivers a nice pass.
Edwards for 3. The shot no good. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league. The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Edwards for 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
To the inside. Here's Okoro. Out to Garland. And he makes it on the layup. 9 points in the game.
He's so good at getting into the underbelly of the D. Garland can penetrate and score even when the defense is ready for it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
For all the dancers. And for the Wolves, number 11, Reed.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 20. to the middle. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
Here's DiVincenzo. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
DiVincenzo really setting the tone offensively. Fantastic stuff from him tonight.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
B.A., I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
Now here's Mobley. Right side, DiVincenzo. Outside Reed. Pass to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randle throwing it down.
Mitchell with the ball. Randall's in his pocket. Allen on the wing. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
I like that Allen plays with attitude. He's got a competitive streak, and it blends so well with his natural athletic ability.
Pass to Gobert. Back to DiVincenzo. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Well, I like to see when guards come inside. DiVincenzo trying to send a message with that hoop.
Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Randall with it. Back to Edwards. The three, DiVincenzo. Sinks the tray. DiVincenzo's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Rise and fire. DiVincenzo does not lack confidence going right up with the shot.
The kick to Hunter. Garland with the ball. DiVincenzo picks him up. Pass to Allen. Mobley outside. No good from outside. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Back to Gobert. Right side, DiVincenzo. To the inside. Gobert gets the bucket. Gobert's got 6.
Wow, Gobert must have really been feeling it to take such a quick shot.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. Here's Jerome. Oh, and Reed with a block. Pass to Randall. And the layup is good off the glass. 13 points in the game.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And Mobley gets it to go. And Minnesota has possession. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Stay clear of Gobert on the dunk now. The force he goes to the rim with is mighty.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Pass to Randall with 1 on the clock. Got it off in time. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. A huge 24-point lead for them. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back to the game after this break. And with with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Now a timeout called by Cleveland. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Inside. Allen. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Earning a trip to the stripe that time. Allen constantly on the move, which makes him hard to guard.
So both free throws good from Allen. Edwards with it. Pass to Randall. To the paint. Here's McDaniels. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And here comes Cleveland. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Garland. Now here's Alexander Walker. Outside McDaniels. Off target with the three. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Deflected!
Well, you can't go up weak against Randall, otherwise he's going to block it.
Pass to McDaniels. Down low. Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Oh, beating everyone to the ball. Great activity on the offensive glass.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Edwards can't hit. Here's Garland. Back to Mitchell. McDaniels with the rebound. Pass to Edwards. The three. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's Mitchell. Banked it in off the glass. Mitchell's got 11 points here in the second half.
And the fans love it. And Mitchell certainly seems to be enjoying himself on the offensive end.
Right side, Alexander Walker. Randall, right side. 6 to shoot. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
For Randall, another bucket. He continues to expand his offensive game.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. To the paint. Reid with the rebound. And Minnesota with possession here. Here's McDaniels. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on DeAndre Hunter.
And the toughness McDaniels plays with is impressive. He doesn't back down from any defender inside.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Edwards. Outside Reid. Offline with a three. And here comes Cleveland. Mobley outside. That one doesn't drop. Outside Edwards. McDaniels. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity.